Going live in 30 seconds. Live in 20 seconds. Live in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now it's time for Powell County Pirate Sports on the Powell County Sports Network. For a full list of games to be broadcast, the platforms those games will be broadcast on, and the sponsors that support this event, please visit listenlikealocal.com and click on the Powell County Sports Network banner on the home page. Select games will be broadcast on a combination of platforms, including 104.9 FM The Pickup, NFHS Network, WSKV FM on Facebook Live, at Powell County Sports Network on YouTube, and streaming audio accessible on any internet-connected device. Just say, "Hey Google, Siri, or Alexa, play Pickup Country 104.9 FM," or visit listenlikealocal.com. Powell County Pirate Athletics broadcast is made possible by great sponsors, but to continue to bring you the many high-quality broadcasts, we need your help. If you own a business or are part of an organization, church, or nonprofit and would like to support the broadcast of the Powell County Pirate Sports while promoting your brand to loyal listeners like you, just give us a call, 606-663-2811. Don't forget, you can directly support Powell County Pirate Athletics by purchasing an annual subscription to the NFHS Network at nfhsnetwork.com. You can also directly support your Powell County Pirates by attending games in person. Get your tickets at the GoFan app. You can also find links to NFHS Network and the GoFan app at the Powell County Sports Network page at listenlikealocal.com. And now, let's join our PCSN broadcast team live at the game.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Powell County Sports Network coverage of Powell County High School Athletics. Ken Simon, along with David Faulkner, Ethan Moore, our videographer and technical support, and Nevaeh Bridgeman back in the studio with you as the Powell County Lady Pirates playing host to 56th District foe, the Owsley County Lady Owls. Lady Owls have not won a game on the season, 0-3. The Lady Pirates 2-1 on the season. David, they've got some pretty good runs. First two games of the season, the Lady Pirates played last night against Breathitt County, ended up losing 11-1. Not quite sure what the issue was in that regard, but obviously Breathitt County 3-0 on the season, a very tough team.
Yeah, I think I was talking to Coach Napier before the game and was telling me that obviously Kylie started last night as a 1-0 game in the fifth, and I think she got a little tired and lost her control a little bit, and then brought in a reliever and wound up losing that game 11-1, like you said. But I think it was a fairly close game through five. And what he's talking about, a very good Breathitt County team. Thinks they're probably one of the top 3 or 4 teams in the region this year. So they rebounded well under a new coach at Breathitt County and got a new coach at Owsley as well. Coach Jeremy Brewer is the new coach there at Owsley. And Christina Powell here at Powell, and with her assistants Lynn West and Brody Napier doing the assistants, and it's a pretty good coaching staff here at Powell. A lot of experience with those guys over there and the ladies. So while I was watching Owsley, kind of looked like maybe some changes they've made, and it looks like maybe they can find somebody who wants to keep this job for a long time. I know Travis kept it for several years, did a really good job with the Lady Owls, and hopefully Jeremy will want to stay with the Lady Owls for a little while and keep that program going. I think that's one of the things that I'll look for in a program is longevity of a coach. You build it and stay there a long time, and you work pride into the program, and you get the kids to stay out. You can build something that way. If you keep changing, it's hard to get any continuity with the program.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And I also noticed Travis Smith's daughter, Delaney, is not playing as well, so I'm assuming concentrating probably more than likely on basketball if I had to speculate, but we'll see how things go.
You understand that too from her perspective, wanting to work on the basketball, and And I'm not knocking parents that coach. It's not what I would intend to do. But sometimes when you get a parent that coaches, they stay through theirs and they're out. And you hope that's not the case a lot of places. And again, this is a great game. A lot of baseball folks talk about softball and is it fun? Is it fun? Yeah, come try this. You would probably enjoy it a lot more than you think you would. So as we're getting ready to start here, Kylie Schick is throwing her last warm-up. Presley helping us stone it down. And they're getting ready to have a batter up to the box for the Owsley County Owls.
And the Lady Pirates are in their black pants and pink jerseys tonight, with the skull and crossbones across the front. And then Owsley County in their black uniforms with Owsley County written across the front in their white letters.
In their typical maroon, right?
We do not have any stats on Owsley County, and really only one game for the Lady Pirates at this point. So here is Lila Hoskins, left fielder, batting first from the left side. First pitch going to be a called strike.
Yeah, we can only guesstimate. When it's early in the season like this, stats don't matter a whole lot anyway, but it's nice to bring you some information, just don't have any at this point.
So again, Kylie Schick on the mound for the Lady Pirates. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two.
Yeah, I take a lot of promise in this young pitcher for Powell County. Only an 8th grader. We saw how much potential she had last year as a 7th grader, and I was impressed with her there. And I think she will get stronger as the year progresses. And I was talking to Brody about that pregame, and I think it'll just wait till late April, early May.
There's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A nice way to start with the strikeout.
Struggled with her control a little bit last night, and I don't think she really struggled till later in the game, and she may be tired. But when she's throwing strikes and moving her pitches around, she throws 5 or 6 different pitches. So Coach Napier does a good job of calling the pitches for her. So we'll see how it all turns out.
Now stepping up to the plate, number 3, Alyssa Price, second baseman. Long time coming on the pitch. Don't foul that one off down the first base side. Off the fence, actually, for strike one. It's a beautiful evening, isn't it?
Well, it's a little on the breezy side, but that's spring in Kentucky, and maybe the snow will start in a couple hours. Who knows here? We go from 90 to 60 to 20 to back to 70.
Yeah, you never know, do you?
No, it'll probably 70-some tomorrow, I think.
Here's the pitch. Going to be down in the dirt for ball one. So the first ball she's actually thrown down in the dirt. All 4 of her first pitches were all strikes.
Yeah, she wears a little bit too much emotion on her sleeve. When she throws a bad pitch, she kind of worries about it a little bit. But the good pitchers will shake that off and go right on.
Here comes the 1-1. High and inside for ball 2.
It's a good miss, though. That's a good pitch to get a batter to swing. Again, that's not a pitch you're throwing for a strike right there, a little rise ball.
I'll try and jam her on the inside just a little bit as well.
Tough pitch to hit.
Here comes the 2-1. Swing and a miss.
A little bit of late movement on that one. It looked like it was going to be just a normal fastball, but I think it had a little tail on at the end. So, again, she does show several different pitches that you can throw. Now she's even.
Here comes the 2-2. I'll foul that one off. Let's run around the bases for a second here. So you have Kylie Schick on the mound. Presley Eplin behind the plate.
First base, Maddie Kincaid. Second base is Kalia Cox. Shortstop, Ella Napier. And at third base, Marty Kirk.
Here comes the 2-2. A miss down low.
In the outfield for the Lady Pirates. In left field is Kenley Covey. Center field, Emma Risen. And in right field, Sammy Collier. A couple Lady Pirates out today for school competition. I think it's FCCLA or FBLA 1. The Sloan sisters are both out.
Full count now on Price with Presley Gay on deck. Should be ball 4.
Should be ball 4.
So she'll get the walk.
I like the call that time by the umpire. Makes it very loud and clear that she did not go. So it tells the catcher, you got to go get the ball, make sure she doesn't advance. But she wasn't going anyway. So,
Yeah.
But it is good to have the umpire really call that out.
Now stepping up to the plate is the catcher, number 29, Presley Gay. Came with runner over at first and Alyssa Price. On deck, Lily Thomas. 1 out here, top of the first, still scoreless. Here's the pitch. Called strike. I like the delay a little bit, right? I mean, just making sure, to kind of analyze those pitches along that line.
Our umpire tonight has been doing this as long as I can remember. He's still working and probably doesn't have to. I've got Mike Melton behind the plate, and Mike has actually worked as I think he was a professional for a little while, did a lot of college games. Now he's superintendent of Bath County and still umpiring and officiating, and he's one of the best softball guys you can ask for.
Here's the 0-2. Called strike.
Got her looking on that one.
So 2 strikeouts, 3 batters faced. So 2 out, runner over at first on a walk, and Lily Thomas, the third baseman, coming up to the plate.
Here's where it's important too for Kylie. You got to really make sure you don't throw anything in the dirt. Give them an extra base and not let something silly happen to get that run in.
Again, here in the top of the first, Owsley County up at the plate.
Hit her.
And
Yep.
it sure did.
Sure did. And it's not something that you have to hear it. You know what I'm saying? You really don't see it, but you could hear it. Hear a little tick, tick. Quick call. And now you got them in scoring position. Again, all it takes is one bad pitch there with the runner on.
Get an early district matchup as well here.
I always hated these, but again, you got to play them when you can play them.
So runner at first and second, stepping up to the plate, Presley Marshall, the shortstop. It's going to be low for ball 1.
I do think it helps the Lady Pirates. They did play last night against Breathitt, and they played over the weekend, so they have played a couple games. They're kind of ready, but like I said earlier, they got a couple kids missing tonight. A couple of their pretty good hitters, a couple starters out, so makes it difficult.
I need to apologize. It's Paisley Marshall. Excuse me, Paisley Marshall.
Paisley?
Paisley, yep. And it's going to be 1-1 on the count. Yeah, I had to check back. I was thinking I knew that they had a Presley, but it's Paisley Marshall.
My mistake. I wrote it down wrong. You did. You copied mine.
Foul ball.
Good cut, but it was by her.
1 ball and 2 strikes now to Marshall with Carly Creech on deck if she manages to get on base.
I like it something high and away right here. Try to get her to chase ahead in the count.
Both of these teams very young in many respects. Here's the 1-2.
Or right there,
Swing and a
1-2.
miss. Yep, and she'll get the strikeout here. So we'll have no hits, a walk, hit by pitch, 2 stranded. We'll head to the bottom of the first, still scoreless here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Local businesses are the backbone of our community, and having the right financial partner matters. This is David Johnson, Senior Commercial Lender at Whitaker Bank in Powell County. I work one-on-one with business owners to help them finance growth, investments, and day-to-day needs. Whitaker Bank has proudly served Kentucky communities for decades, and we're here to support your business for the long term. Call me at 606-663-2283 to get started. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hearn Funeral Home has been family-owned since 1939 and is currently under the direction of Hondo Hearn. They have proudly served the families of Powell County and other surrounding counties for over 75 years, helping them to celebrate with compassionate care, dignity, and respect at an affordable price. Contact Hearn Funeral Home for all your pre-planning needs at 606-663-4375.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
And welcome back here to the Powell County High School softball field, or the athletic complex, we like to call it, with the soccer, track, football / soccer field. Actually, track is here, right? No events are held here, but Again, all the of years past, the track was used, but no longer. Get tomorrow night, hopefully bring you the baseball game versus Rowan County, I believe it is tomorrow night. And again on Friday, possibility of bringing you the Hazard Powell game, we hope. But weather forecast does not look good for Thursday and Friday. And again, I think the boys are in action again on Saturday versus Knott County, what could be a really good matchup Saturday. The girls are on the road the rest of the week after this one.
Let's let the defense for you for Owsley County.
And the lineup goes, it is for the infield. I got to look back over here. Well, obviously the pitcher is Aaliyah Gibson. Your catcher is Presley Gay. At first base, Lila Spence. Second base, Alyssa Price. Shortstop is Paisley Marshall, since you corrected that. And at third base, you have Lily Thomas. Left field, Lila Hoskins. Center field is Carly Creech. And number 15, the right fielder, Aubrey Anderson. Ginger Marshall is your designated player for Owsley County. She'll be batting ninth in the lineup. Gibson will not be batting. But again, she is doing the pitching for the Lady Owls. Again, it is get a decent night, I guess, if you're looking for opening times for softball, baseball. In the 50s, I think, when the game started. The breeze makes it feel a little bit cooler. So we'll definitely get it in here. Powell County's lineup will start out with Emma Risen, followed by Marty Kirk and Ella Napier. If it continues past that, it goes Schick, Kincaid, Eplin, Covey, Cox, and Collier. Again, two good bats out tonight, Sloan, Brooklyn, and Taylor. Starting first baseman and infielder for the Pirates. But again, it's sometimes good to get these other kids opportunities when those kids are out to find out what you have on your depth. So a couple of players getting a chance tonight to play other positions, and also other players getting a chance to get in that lineup. So who's it? Lou Gehrig, right? Wally Pipp got hit by a pitch, got hurt. Lou Gehrig went in.
Never came out.
Mr. Pipp never saw the lineup again.
Right. Yeah,
for the Yankees
out.
Anyway.
Yep.
But again, that's a long story there. But again, the Iron Horse, it was Lou Gehrig, set the record until Cal Ripken broke that. Probably the 80s, I think.
I think it was, yeah.
When the record was broken. These kids that listen to us, they don't even know some of these guys we're talking about, maybe, but.
Well, it's kind of like you're going back and having this conversation with some of the kids at school.
Yeah.
As far as in basketball, right? Who's the GOAT? Well,
we have different GOATs, right?
Well, exactly. Michael Jordan brought up a great point. He said, well, I could be in that conversation, but he says it's all about era.
Yeah.
You go back in the 60s, Bill Russell not only coached but also played for a stint with the Boston Celtics, won 11 national championships. So, I mean, during that time frame of that 50s,
Wilt
60s. Wilt Chamberlain, yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I tell people all the time, I don't know if Michael was the greatest. I think he may be, but there are other players who were great regardless of the era. I mean, but times have changed so much. Players are so much different now.
Yep. Setting up to the plate for the Lady Pirates is Emma Risen, out in front of that one just a little bit.
Not a good swing there, Bama. And I don't think she was fooled by the pitch. I think she just said, I'm going to swing at it regardless.
Yeah. Could be true.
Emma really, I think, is a really nice hitter leading off. I think she's perfect for that spot.
Here's the pitch. Go square around and try to put the bunt down. And
yep. Caught the bat again in the box. It bounced back up. So foul ball, dead ball. She was in the box when that happened. So sometimes if you're out of the box or into the ball, it's an out. So get that ball, really got to get it in play.
Yep. Here comes the 0-2. Going to be low for ball one.
Good eye, Bama.
Gibson, when we watched her in the warm-ups there on the mound, not necessarily a great pitcher in that regard, a very young player, but at the same time just struggled as far as just even placement, didn't she?
Yeah, but it also bothers sometimes the Pirates being a little on the slower side when they face them faster. Yesterday, more control. Sometimes these pitchers are harder to hit if you're geared up.
Yeah.
You've got to kind of gear yourself back down a little bit.
And that's where it pays off if you're on deck or in the dugout paying attention, right? You have to. Just even try and get your timing down, especially on deck.
See, she's a little bit anxious still, and she's trying to wait as long as she can, but still a little bit early. But got a piece of it to stay alive here with 2-2 count.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Emma Risen on deck. Marty Kirk, followed by Ella Napier. Kylie Schick in the 4 spot. Here's the 2-2.
Good out.
They on the outside. 3-2 now to Emma Risen.
Emma's really made this a good at bat after that first bad swing, really. Made a real competitive at bat here with 3-2.
Comes the full count. Gonna pop that one up in the infield.
Run it out.
And the pitcher Gibson will make the play. Out number 1. Now coming up to the plate, Marty Kirk, the
Can you
third
guess
baseman.
that?
Say that
You
again.
can guess that all these
Oh, behind us.
behind us, yeah. Definitely going to be Marty. And all these kids, you notice their names. They've played multiple sports. All the Owsley kind of kids play basketball. Some of the Pirates are playing basketball. So
He called strike. I think Marty thought that one may have been a little bit high.
well, the thing about it was, by the front of the zone is probably high. By the time it got to the back of the zone, it already dropped. So you got to be, any piece of the plate it catches depends on where it is. So she's standing up front. When it passed her, it probably was high. On the plate, it wasn't.
Swing and a miss.
Over top of that one. Again,
0-2 now.
a little anxious. You just have a hard time waiting on the ball, and you get yourself set, for something in the 50s to gear down to slower pitching is sometimes an adjustment these kids have to make on the fly.
Yeah, especially after last night, playing last night, right in that regard. The ball going to just miss on that one.
Again, you got to be careful on those, because if you give up on it, again, she's standing up front of the box and she's got a foot behind her. That ball's got a pretty quick drop.
Yeah.
The speed difference. So you got to be understand where the zone is.
2-1, and she'll swing and miss, and all the way down to first base. So she'll get the strikeout for out number 2. Now Ella Napier, the shortstop, coming up to the plate.
Got some peeps yelling over the fence, and she does have 17 career home runs. It's all-time record here at Powell County. Ella only a junior. Been a little under the weather.
Here's the pitch. Pop that one up on the first pitch, swinging, and they'll miss it. She's going to make her way to second.
May go to third.
And she is. She's going all the way to third. Throw's going to be late, well off the mark, and she'll get a triple on the air.
Yeah, we'll give her a 3-base error on the plate. But it's a very aggressive base running. That's just Ella.
Yeah.
Once she saw she had to take second, and once they had to make the throw, you take advantage. They got Kylie Schick up. Kylie has really good power as well.
And the pitcher on the mound for the Lady Pirates, batting fourth. First pitch is going to be low and outside for ball 1. Maddie Kincaid on deck if Kylie Schick gets a base hit. 2 outs. Bottom of the first, Lady Pirates threatening. Ball 2.
Kylie's changed her stance, I believe, Ken, from last year. She's more in a crouch versus being taller. She was stood taller last year. Now she's down in a little bit of a crouch. So I almost like her better tall, but haven't seen the stance much.
And her grip on her bat.
Little split.
Gonna miss. Ball 3.
You see a lot of kids anymore with a split grip. I don't know when that came around, but you do see a lot of kids using that split grip. It's not a huge split.
I don't know. That just seems awkward. I get, comfort is a big part of it as well. Swung at probably ball 4.
Well, it looked really good to her eye. Again, it's coming in at such a slow speed that it just took all the air out of it where she thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
That's what you have to adjust to as a hitter. Again, Ella's ball, she was a little bit ahead of it and just popped it up.
So 3-1. It's the pitch. I'll foul that one off down the third base line. Take the count full. Just need a base hit.
It really, I think a good hard hit ball in play probably scores Ella.
Getting full count, 2 outs. Ella Napier down at third. Scoreless here in the bottom of the first.
Yep.
Yeah, you knew that was coming as soon as she kind of froze her there. So to get 2 strikeouts in the inning, that'll be out number 3. Lady Pirates leave one stranded here. We'll take another break on the Powell County Sports Network.
Parents trust the emergency department at Mercy Health Markham and Wallace Hospital when their children hurt. When an emergency strikes, we are right down the street and ready to help. We offer full-service emergency care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have X-ray, CT, and lab services on site for assessing, diagnosing, and treating patients quickly. The emergency department is a level 4 trauma center. You can expect expert care, quicker treatment, and improved outcomes. Choose the emergency department at Mercy Health Markham and Wallace Hospital in Irvine.
At Powell County Farm Bureau, James Dennis and Anna Tipton offer unmatched dedication and personal attention. If you're looking for a specific insurance product, they offer auto, boat, church, commercial, earthquake, farm, flood, health, home, life, mobile home, motorcycle, umbrella, and more. If you need it insured, stop by and see your insurance company. That's Powell County Farm Bureau. Big on commitment. Located at 170 Court Street in Stanton, or call them today at 606-663-2222. That's Powell County Farm Bureau. Big on commitment. You're listening to PCSN.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High School softball field. And Dave Faulkner along with Ken Simon, Ethan Moore, videographer. Powell County 0, Owsley County 0 after 1 complete. No hits thus far in the game. Owsley County had 2 base runners in the top of the first. Powell County had 1 base runner stranded in the bottom of the first. And now we're back into the second inning, and it will be Carly Creech, Lala Spence, and Aubrey Anderson for the Lady Owls.
Again, Kylie Schick on the mound for the Lady Pirates. Presley Eplin behind the plate.
This is, I think, Presley, this is her 4th year now as a starting catcher, right, for the Pirates. So I know she caught for me for a year, and then for maybe 2 years, right? And then now I think I'm trying to age her. Maybe she's only been there 3 years. She's caught for me maybe 1 as a 7th grader, and then
I think this is her 3rd year.
Yeah, 3rd year as a starting catcher. So tell you what, when she first came up, I was very impressed with the way she framed the ball, with the way she received it. I knew there were some things she had to work on, but as far as the actual catching of the ball, does a really good job behind the plate.
Stepping up to the plate will be the center fielder, number 16, Carly Creech, followed by Lila Spence and Aubrey Anderson. Here comes the pitch from Schick. Going to be on the inside.
Close.
Jammed her. Yep,
That was
jammed her
close.
just a little bit, but still just enough on the inside.
That might have been one of the hardest pitches she's thrown thus far.
It looked like it, didn't it?
Yeah, had some zip on that one.
Yep. Comes to the 1-0 pitch. Down on the dirt, 2-0.
She told me before the game she missed a lot of pitches inside yesterday. I said, well, tell Presley to move.
Move out just a little bit more.
But again, I don't know where Brody's calling the pitches. It's a little bit different when
Right.
if your coach wanted it inside, that's where you got to throw it.
2-0 pitch. Here's the delivery.
And that is her
Low.
miss right now. Has been in. The last 3 pitches all inside. Just got to find the zone. I'm not sure these girls are ready to hit if she just throws strikes.
In the batter is Carly Creech. Here's the pitch from Schick. There's a strike.
Now come all the way back.
I'm not saying it's easy to do.
No, it's not. We fuss at these pitchers all the time when you're coaching, but man, I tell you what, if I try to get there and try to do it, there's no way. It's not as easy as it looks.
3-1.
I used to always get tickled at players fussing at your pitcher. I think, okay, I'm getting ready to put you in to see how you do. It's not as easy as it looks.
No. And as well as I do, very few students will want to step up and be in that position.
This is a position in softball that you have to want to play. If you don't want to play that spot, forget it. And you
Full
need a
count.
short memory to do it too.
Here's the pitch. Strike, swing and a miss.
Nice comeback.
That was a nice comeback. See how easy that was?
Yeah, I mean, you could tell the way that they were swinging the bat. They're not going to catch up with the fastball if they just throw strikes. Problem is, it just Kylie against herself sometimes. It's just she's just only an 8th grader, so
Right.
we're talking about like she's an experienced veteran, and she's not. She has to figure that out as she goes.
Now stepping up to the plate, first baseman, number 2, Lila Spence. With one out here, top of the second. Powell County Lady Pirates playing host to Owsley County Lady Owls. First pitch, swing, and a foul ball for strike 1.
Yeah, they're just really tardy on this fastball. Kylie throws it hard. She's hit, I think, maybe 60 a couple of times, maybe during her in her practice sessions. So she gets it up there.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
And
Strike 2.
that pitch was enough outside. She had no chance. She's stepping out a little bit, and if you're a coach looking at them from the side, that's when you want to maybe go away with the pitch and make a chase.
0-2 with one out. Anderson, the right fielder, on deck. Here's the pitch. Foul that one. That remains 0-2.
I don't see how she hit that ball. She even didn't
Yeah.
see it at all. Head was up.
Just rode off the bottom of the bat.
Yep. Swing and hope he hit it, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it works.
Just a freshman. Again, a very young Lady Owl team. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. Well, actually, it'll be 3 in a row, actually. She ended the inning.
And all of her
Strikeout.
outs have been strikeouts for Kylie. So 5 strikeouts of her 5 outs. So right now her defense is just kind of – and sometimes it's hard to be a defender. They hit the ball in here in a minute. Nobody's going to be ready for it. You know what I mean? It's sometimes it's tough to sit back and watch strikeouts happen.
Aubrey Anderson, the right fielder, up at the plate. Again, I don't have any stats or anything to give you as far as average on the season or strikeouts or walks, as the first pitch will be a strike.
You'd think by week 2 or 3, you think more stuff gets in and more figure out some things about some of these players. But, again, I think they had 2 games with Danville Christian, right? And Powell's had 3, I believe, so far.
Yeah, 2-1. Here's the 0-1. High and outside.
I like that miss. She hasn't shown the outside miss. That's a good miss right there to kind of get your eye level different. And now if you come back one inside, I don't think she can handle it. Good place to miss there.
1-1 with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Low and inside. Ball 2. 2-1 is the count now. He's got good movement behind the plate, didn't he? He got out of the way pretty quick, didn't he?
Hey.
It comes in
Mike's
quick,
nimble. He knows
doesn't it?
not to get hit.
Yeah, it comes in quick.
It don't
doesn't
feel
it?
good
No.
to get hit. I used to see umpires come back here with no shin guards, no chest protector. I
Ooh.
thought they were crazy.
Yeah.
A couple times they got hit. They paid for it.
Yeah. And a swing and a miss.
I would never
Even the
advise
count.
it.
2-2. Nope.
As hard as these kids throw now, compared to what they used to, it's just one foul tip away from a lot of pain.
Well, listen, even going back to coach pitch, you know what
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
saying? Where
yeah.
I mean, sometimes that line drive come right back at you.
Right back
and
at
just, woo. 2-2 to Aubrey Anderson, the right fielder. Here's the pitch from Schick. She went. Oh,
That's a right call.
yeah, she did. Yeah, good call. It was
That
a
is
good
the
call.
right
Yeah,
call.
she went. It was kind of lazy in that regard, but she ended up doing it. So 3 up and 3 down for Kylie Schick as we'll head to the bottom of the second. Coming up to the plate, Kincaid, Eplin, and Covey. We'll take a break here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Having trouble with your furnace? Call Ritchie Mechanical at 606-318-4188. They provide service checks and safety inspections on furnaces and heat pumps for your residential and commercial needs. Ritchie Mechanical offers a 12-year parts and compression warranty as well as financing for new equipment. These are good local guys that are honest and dependable. Call Ritchie Mechanical at 606-318-4188.
Hey, I'm Wyatt Denniston, owner of Stanton Ace Hardware. At Ace, we are known for being the helpful place, and we pride ourselves on accomplishing that goal each day with each customer. We are constantly working on expanding our rental department, now including skid steers, mini excavators, mini skid steers with ditch witch and auger attachments. We also have delivery options available. Shop local, save money, and get quality products from people who love this community. We are Stanton Ace Hardware, supporting the broadcast of our Powell County Pirates.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
And welcome back here to Powell County High School. Dave Faulkner along with Ken Simon and Ethan Moore, our videographer, trying to get you a little bit better view before we get on these cameras. So let us know how you like the camera angles. That way we can know how to set them up from here on out. So he's got a couple cameras going.
And be specific.
Yeah, be specific. Yeah, I told him to move it a little bit lower. He asked about high or low angle. I like a low angle. That way that gives the viewer a little bit of opportunity to tell about the pitches coming in there, low or high. You can kind of tell more about the strike zone, I think. You have to guess at it when it's got that high angle, don't you?
Yeah.
I hope it's an angle that you guys like out there. So, again, Ethan does a really good job. And, again, if our customers don't like the angles, just let us know. Kindly, if you will, please. Just not mean, just kindly.
And or be a sponsor. Maybe we'll upgrade
Be a sponsor.
some stuff.
Yeah. Again, we would like to thank our sponsors while you mention that. Again, our platinum sponsors, CG Bank, Whitaker Bank, as they throw it down. Our gold partners are Mercy Health, Markham Wallace Hospital, Ritchie Mechanical, and Appalachian Wireless. We'll get more as we go through the broadcast. Again, Maddie Kincaid will lead off here for the Pirates, followed by Eplin and Covey. Maddie, the lone senior on the squad,
Actually,
I believe.
two.
Well, Brooklyn Sloan, right?
Yep.
Yep. Who's not here. Good look that time. Maddie followed that one all the way to the mitt like you're supposed to.
Well, Pete Rose action on that one, right?
Yeah.
She just literally watched it
Follow
all
the
the way
ball.
in, yeah.
It helps your timing, too, when you do that. So, twofold.
0-1. That's a grounder.
Slow
Shortstop. And going to get there on first.
And
Going to run all the way down to
yeah,
second.
I don't think that was in the dead ball area, so
Nope.
she had to get that one on her own. So on the opportunity at first, and then an overthrow gets her to second base. So now we'll see how the Pirates play this one with Eplin up to the bat.
Catcher for the Lady Pirates, freshman.
Finally, right? 3-year starter,
Yeah.
only a freshman.
Getting on the mound. Well,
Oh,
there's
man.
a foul ball right down the third base line. Did not miss by much.
No.
About maybe a foot.
Missed Coach Napier by a little bit, though, right?
That it did. Aaliyah Gibson is the pitcher for the Lady Owls. That was a good shot that time by Presley Eplin.
Just a touch early.
Yep.
But, yeah, that was ripped. It was one of the things that, she always had to work on was her strength. That she was always a small, but she's grown quite a bit here now. Good to see her get some height and maybe might put some weight on and get that bat through the zone.
0-1. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt.
Good lead by Kincaid at second.
1 ball and 1 strike now.
Yeah.
Kenley Covey on deck. Still scoreless here in the bottom of the second. Nobody out for the Lady Pirates. Maddie Kincaid over at second. Here's the pitch. It's a grounder, shortstop.
Perfect placement there.
That it was. She'll get
That'd be a base
over
hit
on
on
first.
that one.
I would agree with that.
That one hit in the gap a little bit in the 5-6 hole. Shortstop just couldn't get there. I think even if they get there, they don't get her at first base. That'll bring Covey to the plate. Whereas at first and third, you got to think the steal is probably on for Eplin. Means Covey likely taking.
Left fielder for the Lady Pirates. And it's going to be a ball.
And an uncontested play at second, so we still always give those kids those stolen bases, I would think. So I think in the majors and college, they call those what? Just no contest, just don't even give them anything, right?
There's a strike, 1-1.
Again, I think some of these batters are taking their eye off the ball early on that high pitch. It looks high where they're standing, but it finishes right in the zone, so you can't quit early on that pitch.
Covey, an 8th grader, playing left field, batting in the 7th spot. It's a pitch, going to be high off the mark.
One of those kids that I coached the mother, Marie. Mom's sitting over here watching. And she also pitches. Marie pitched and played third base for me.
2-1. I'll miss high. I'll take it to 3-1. Chance to load them up. Nobody out. 3-1 count. Talia Cox on deck. There's a little chatter now coming from the Lady Pirate bench.
Really early that time on a
Yeah. Take the count full. 3-2.
the ball was a ball 4, likely.
There's the pitch.
Got her.
And she'll get hit.
Easy way to get that base.
Gonna load them up.
Did get her on the knee on a cool day. Kalia Cox, second baseman.
I don't see her on their roster as far as what's online. Here's the pitch. Called strike.
Again, they're just giving up on that pitch. If she threw them all right there, I'm not sure we get a lot of swings right now.
It's just slow enough.
Yes.
And just high enough that it's hard to gauge, right?
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. Oh, yeah. Should have been taking a chance on that one.
Been very consistent on the calls. You have to give, if the kids are paying attention, they know that pitch is being called.
Yeah. Here's the pitch.
Yeah,
Swung
strike
right
3.
under.
Yeah.
So we'll get the strikeout for out number 1. I'll bring up number 22, the right fielder, Samantha Collier.
Top lineup up next. Well, one thing you do want to stay away from here is that double play opportunity. I don't think there's too much. I think there's too much speed out there right now. But
Here's the pitch. It's going to be low. And Kincaid will come in and we'll take the plate.
one way to get her done. Good jump by Maddie.
That'll send Eplin down to third. Covey down to second.
And that'll make the score 1-0. Pirates now lead. Now,
Pass
really
ball.
threatening situation here for the Lady Pirates.
Is that a passed ball?
Wild pitch.
All right.
With a wild pitch by rule, the ball hit the dirt.
All right, yep.
It's just, that's the way the professional scorers call that. I don't always think they're correct, but that is what they call.
I kind of got lost where it actually
Yeah.
hit. Got a 1-1 count here. There's going to be a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Samantha Collier. Presley Eplin down at third. Kinley Covey at second. Lady Pirates scored on a wild pitch. Maddie Kincaid coming across the plate. Here's the 1-2 to Collier. Slow roller down the first base,
that's
and
trouble.
it's going to get there,
Yeah.
and she will, yeah.
That one was trouble all the way.
That it was. As Eplin will come in and score, that'll send Covey down to third.
And now you got real trouble mounting here with the top of the order back up for the Lady Pirates. For Lady Owls, again, you think Collier would be running here. And I think this kid is ready to swing.
Pitch on the inside. Collier will go down to second.
Did you give her a single
No throw
on that
down.
ball?
I did,
Yeah.
yes.
One of those where the pitcher just couldn't make an easy play on that ball.
Well, it was kind of a slow roller,
Yeah.
just enough as well. You had to get off the mound really quick and
Emma
low swing.
See, we're swinging at balls in the dirt and taking the high strikes. That's where we are is again still haven't got the timing down on this pitcher. So she's doing a good job mixing the speeds up.
Here's the pitch. Coming
Nice
off
catch.
the mark.
The catcher that time of Owsley County, Spence, really nice job of receiving that one. Even coming into slow speed, that's tough to handle that one.
2 balls and 1 strike to Emma Risen, the center fielder, a junior for the Lady Pirates. Miss on the outside. Going to go 3-1. Just 1 out here. Bottom of the second. Powell County leading 2-0 over the Owsley County Lady Owls. Girls 56 district matchup here early on in the season. Powell County with a golden opportunity here to put a couple more runs across. This pitch. Oh, there's a shot right to the shortstop. They're going to go to third and going to be safe at third. So they tried to get the out over at third instead of going to first.
You know what? That's probably the only option they had on that one, was to go that way. The ball just short up the third baseman, and by the time Collier slid in, it jarred the ball even further loose. So now Marty Kirk up. Again, runners first and third, 3 up, 3-0 by the Pirates.
Pitch first, and then the runner's going to go to third, throw over to third, and
now
Kirk's going to go to second.
That's good base running right there.
That was good base running. So let's
now that
see.
was a fielder's choice. Or did she be? She just, no. She tried to get the base hit, right?
You're correct.
Yeah. Oops.
No, the fielder's choice was going back to when Risen ended up reaching. Now stepping up to the plate is Ella Napier. First pitch is a strike.
But by the runner being going on that pitch, that's the only play they had was at first base and just a little wide on the mark.
Right, second and third.
Good take.
But high, that was a good take. You watch that one all the way in. 1-1 is the count. Ella Napier ended up reaching on an error, stranded at third in the last inning, but has a big chance to extend that Lady Pirate lead. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt. 2-1.
Marty got a shoelace issue at second base. Called quickly by the infield umpire.
So 2-1 is the count. 1 out for the Lady Pirates, bottom of the second, leading 4-0. Here's the pitch. Coming in.
No chance.
Nice job. No, nice job, though, by Emma Risen to really read that pitch.
What, Emma can fly anyway, but and then you got Marty about the same way as Emma. Now you got a timeout call by the coach to come out and talk to his players. Get away from this inning. That's the 5th run of the inning, and now you got a runner at third. And again, Ella Napier at the plate, Schick on deck. So after this batter, these next 2 batters, if they can reach, we have batted around here in the second. So again, sometimes it takes the timing, and I think the patience of the Pirates this inning has done them justice. They really haven't hit anything that hard. Haven't got a ball out of the infield yet, have they? Yet, as far as this inning is concerned, Ella's the only one that's been out of the inning, and that was a drop pop
shallow.
up. Yeah, so
shallow right field.
They haven't hit this young lady hard. A couple of ground balls were hit decent, but again, still haven't got the timing down. But the control issues and the errors have caused him some problems here in the second.
So 3-1 pitch count to Ella Napier, batting in the third spot, shortstop for the Lady Pirates. She's a junior as well.
Yeah, she'll go down as probably one of the best softball players to play here, I would think. Can't wait for her to get an offer or two.
Gonna be high. She's gonna get the walk.
Yeah. And she'll probably go straight to second base here, I would think.
You got Marty Kirk down at
like
third.
Right now. Yeah. Yeah.
And she goes all the way down to second.
Yeah, I mean, while waiting, they can make a play. If they do, you take second. So if you don't walk me, I'm going on to second base.
Let's see if Kylie Schick can help her own cause. The pitcher on the mound is going to be called for a strike.
sometimes, when you got the low crouch, to me, that's a harder pitch to swing at. If you're up taller, I believe you. But again, that's something I think they've changed some of their stances and where they hit and where their approach is. So it's not.
The pitch, high and outside. 1-1 count. Maddie Kincaid on deck. If Schick gets on base, still just one out here. Lady Pirates leading 5-0. Runner at second and third.
Son trying to pick through, give us some problems here in a minute.
Here's the pitch on the outside.
I think it's a good decision that time to not go. You don't want to run yourself into an out here at the plate. They're really struggling right now to find the plate. I like the no-go that time. I think Marty's fast enough to get there. Just why risk it?
Yeah. 2-1. Make it 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike to Kylie Schick. You got Marty Kirk down at third, Ella Napier at second. Maddie Kincaid on deck. Chance to load them up. Here's the 3-1. It's going to be low. And the Lady Pirates about halfway down was Marty Kirk, and nice job that time behind the plate for Presley Gay to push her back, but we'll give up the walk. It's back-to-back walks, David.
Yeah, she's the Pirates have been more patient. That's all it is here.
Maddie Kincaid squaring around like she's going to bunt.
She ain't bunting.
There's a grounder right up the middle. They're going to flop it, and 1 run will score. Here comes the second run. Runner will go to
and it's on.
third, and we'll go to second. That was a lot.
So Marty and Ella both score. Schick to third. And Maddie will go all the way to second on the E6. And then they try to throw it to the plate and they advance another base. So a couple of errors that time on the, 2 on the player, right?
Yep.
Now we got Presley Eplin. Again, same situation. Still second and third. 7-0 to score here in the second. 1 out.
Here's the pitch. Oh.
Presley just missed
I
that
thought she was
one.
going to connect on that one. You could just about see it, couldn't you? It just rode off the top
Just
of the
missed
bat. Foul ball. Like over the backstop here for 0-1. Here's the pitch. Almost hit her, but it didn't. Could make it 1-1. Kinley Covey, the left fielder, on deck. Seven to nothing is your score, bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. Gonna miss. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Eplin. Had a single. An eventual run scored her last plate appearance here in this inning. Here's the pitch. There's a strike.
I think it's a good take, though. Don't mind the take. It's not a pitch that you really loved. But now you got to really protect.
Yeah. The ball on the outside probably for her liking.
Mm-hmm.
Had to stretch just a little bit.
You got to
2-2.
drive it to right field. Good protection right there.
That was, agreed.
That's that pitch that has been called a strike because it was going to drop in. I think that's a good job of plate protection with a 2-2 count. That's a good swing.
Again, not a whole lot of speed on the ball where you can actually play that right.
Hard to time it.
Yep. Again, to protect yourself at the plate. Here's the 2-2. Oh, swing and a miss.
You know what? She just got herself a run of that play.
She did.
Because the ball short hopped on the strikeout on Eplin. They had to throw it down to first. So Schick will score on the play. So heads up play on the strikeout. Everybody don't always run on that, but that's a good heads up play by Presley Eplin right there.
She'll end up all the way over at third.
Kincaid, yeah. 2 outs in the inning.
Yep.
That one stayed up on her.
Kinley Covey up at the plate, hit by a pitch and a run scored.
Looked like you threw that ball a little bit harder. That's why it stayed up, right?
2 outs, 8-0. It's a grounder down the third. It's going to stay fair. Got to run it out, and we'll get out. So on the 5-3 ground out for out number 3, Lady Pirates will leave one stranded, but they'll get 8 across. We'll take a break here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Kaylee Carroll, Marketing Director for CG Bank. Here at CG Bank, community means everything. It's why we do what we do. At CG Bank, we are your hometown bank, and we are here for you because we are you. We are not here just building business, but building relationships. That's community banking. That's my bank. Stop by any of our convenient locations in Irvin, Richmond, Berea, or Stanton and see what community banking is all about. Or visit us online at www.cg.bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Loan subject to approval. Contact an employee for further information about applicable fees and terms.
It's Tech Madness at Appalachian Wireless, and these deals, they're next level. We're taking $700 off select devices, or bundle your tech to get savings up to $1,100 off in tech savings. Those are some prime time savings. From phones to accessories, everything you need to stay connected is right here and ready to help you score big during our Tech Madness. But don't wait. These deals won't last forever. Head to your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us online at appalachianwireless.com to find out more. Because when it comes to wireless, we're always here to help you save big. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
You're listening to PCSN.
And welcome back here to Powell County High School. Again, it is Powell County versus Owsley County, the first district game of the season. Powell County's 4th game of the season. Owsley County's 3rd game, and they are 0-2. Powell County 2-1 coming in. Powell County got 8 in the bottom of the 2nd with only 2 hits and 5. I had 5 errors on Owsley County in the bottom of the 2nd. Not sure what you had, but a couple plays. There was a couple errors on the plays individually. Good throw down by Eplin off the 1 pitch. So it will be for Owsley County, be Ginger Marshall to lead off, followed by Hoskins and Price, the top of the order, up for the Lady Owls. They'll be facing again Kylie Schick, still in the circle.
So Ginger Marshall, designated player, stepping up to the plate, and then we'll head back up to the top of the order. Lila Hoskins and Alyssa Price. First plate appearance here for Gibson. Or excuse me, Marshall, my apologies. Ball on the inside. Eight runs across from the Lady Pirates. A lot of errors that time for Owsley County.
2 hits and none left the infield.
There's a strike right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike down to Marshall. Just an 8th grader. Comes the pitch by Kylie Schick. Gonna miss. They have 3 seniors. Alyssa Price, Davin Hogan, I believe, and Lily Thomas. Actually, and there's Peyton Denham. 2-1. Gonna miss on the inside. Three and 1 is the count now. Let's get it across the plate, right?
Wow, yeah, but she's struggling again. Misses have been in. That 3rd pitch, I think, was an outside low pitch, but everything else has been inside.
Here comes the 3-1. Gonna miss. Low. Gonna get the walk. Lead things off.
That's the one thing you want to stay away from, though, if you're the Lady Pirates, is stay away from those walks. Lead-off walks. I know what I've always said about them. Golly, got to stay away from those. Now they got the top of the order up coming here. And struck out the first time up. We'll see how see the timing she has now.
So Lila Hoskins up the plate, the left fielder. With Marshall over at first. Pitch, gonna foul that one off.
Just missed the van?
And it did just miss the van. Well, I noticed even where you parked, David. I was like,
yeah,
you brave soul.
Yeah, I am a brave soul. My wife would be mad at me, I think. She
Well,
might be listening to us. So.
Let's just hope and believe that nothing happens to anybody's vehicle.
I should have backed in versus pulling in. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
smarter than I am on that one.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good pitch.
I thought when she backed up in the box, you might be going to slap, but
especially for a lefty,
yeah,
right?
swinging away there.
It's
yeah.
interesting how it seems to be more natural for a lefty to kind of slap that ball than it does a righty.
I think there's a lot of people who are righties who are fast that are converted left-hand slappers instead of hitters. You know what I mean?
0-2. Oh, great job, Kirk. Throw it to first. And they'll get the double play.
Star on that one.
That it was. So Marty Kirk stretched out and laid out to make that catch. Did you say pop up in the infield?
Yeah, pop-up diving catch by Kirk, and then runner broke on the ball going up in the air. Again, that was a nice play by Kirk at third base on the diving catch. And just forgot where to go with the ball, you know?
That you did. So
But
double play.
everybody was
out.
telling her, so she figured it out.
Alyssa Price, including myself. A miss to Price for ball 1.
Just down.
She walked her first plate appearance, stranded at second.
Yeah, see if we can get her out this time, right?
It's a great play that time by Kirk, though. She ended up really stretching out a long way just to even pull that one in.
And got a good arm. That was just a shot to first.
There's the pitch. Miss.
I think Marty normally has been playing a lot of second base, and Brooklyn Sloan's been playing third. Taylor's normally in first, and Maddie's usually in left. So nice job there by Maddie to be able to just that ball couldn't miss it though unless you just run right in her mitt.
I have 0-2. Although on the board it says 2-2.
Yeah, I think that's 2 strikes is all it is.
2 balls and 1 strike.
2-1. Reciprocal.
Man, it's good to be right sometimes.
Yeah. He only threw her 2 pitches.
Don't let my colleagues know that, though. Yeah. They hate to admit it when I'm ever right. 2-1. But they do on occasion, just for the record.
Sometimes they're at the Bowen Elementary School, right?
Well, I'm outnumbered. 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. That's a good pitch.
Fire on that one.
Yeah.
High pitch.
That chest high really kind of came in, but that's one of those pitches, and even professionally, right? You think you can catch up with that one.
It's just, well, I mean, these days, I remember the days where the low pitch at the hosel, the knees where you wanted it, now you want it up around their chest. So
just to power it out, right?
Yeah, just a different game has evolved.
Here's the 2-2. The grounder, first base. And not going to get it, and then they'll make the play.
Good job.
Teamwork.
Who's that at second base?
For the Lady Pirates.
Cox. That's a nice
Cox.
play by Cox to be alert on that ball right there. So it goes to the 3 to 4 to 3. Put out. Don't see that very often.
That'll be 3 up and 3. Well, was 3 up and 3 down, I guess, statistically speaking, even though one of them was a walk in that regard. But we'll go on, step aside here, head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Pike County Lady Pirates 8. The Owsley County Lady Owls 0. We'll take a break.
Georgetown, Bourbon, Bluegrass, and Clark Regional. 4 hospitals that have been the heart of our communities for generations, where neighbors care for neighbors and families find comfort close to home. Now we're strengthening that promise. At CenterPoint Health, we combine decades of experience with a wider range of advanced services, all centered on you. Together, we share a commitment to making care close, reliable, and personal. CenterPoint Health, it's care that specializes in you. Find your center at centerpointhealth.com.
Toyota South in Richmond is moving forward. Family owned and operated since 1915. Meet General Manager Charlie Johnson.
As a native of Powell County, I would like to personally invite you to take the short drive to Toyota South in Richmond. Between Toyota South and our 5 other dealerships, we keep around 600 used cars, trucks, and sport utility vehicles. So, regardless of what you're looking for in a used vehicle, chances are we have it, and as General Manager of Toyota South, I will make your short drive well worth your time. Come see me soon at Toyota South in Richmond.
Toyota South in Richmond. Online at toyotasouth.com or call their friendly staff at 877-605-4326.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
And welcome back here to the Powell County High School softball field. Dave Faulkner along with Ken Simon and Ethan Moore. I'd like to again thank our silver sponsors, Hearn Funeral Home, Clark Regional Medical Center, Stanton Ace Hardware, Powell County, Kentucky Farm Bureau, Toyota South, which you just heard from, Rogers Hardware Building Supply, Apex Network Physical Therapy in Stanton. And again, our bronze sponsors are listed online at the listenlikealocal.com under the Powell County Sports Network page. Again, thanks to all our sponsors. If you want to become one, just give them a call at the studio and they'll set you up as an athletic sponsorship. Maybe get that full year in starting now, go through next year. Just re-pick that up. So just give them a call. 8-0 the score here after 2.5. Powell County coming to bat here. And it will be Cox, Collier, and Risen for the Lady Pirates. Try to add on. And maybe get some more hits in the action. Only 2 hits so far this by the Pirates. No hits for the Owls thus far. We've had several walks from both teams. And then Owsley County has had several errors.
It's the errors that have really been costly for
and aggressive base running by the Pirates, too.
Yeah,
so.
100%. Yes, I think that's really probably been the difference maker, right?
Yeah.
Here comes the first pitch to Cox. Oh, there's a shot down the third base line. Run it out. And will not. It'll be a 5-3 ground out for out number 1. That's actually what ended the inning last time for the Lady Pirates.
Yeah, that time I thought you might beat that. It seemed like you got, I don't know, running sideways there for a second almost. But getting a good play by the third baseman there. Made a nice throw over. Now bring up Collier.
High pitch for ball 1. One of the 2 hits for the Lady Pirates. Batting 9th. Good production for her.
On that slow roller back toward the circle, just couldn't play it.
Oh, I thought she was going to knock that one to the outfield.
That's the one player that gets a pass on making errors is in the circle, right? It's just harder to make those plays. Get balls in play, make them work.
1-1 with 1 out.
Unless they're like that, you just don't want to swing.
Oh, 2 balls and 1 strike now to Samantha Collier, the right fielder. Lady Pirates could use some more runs here.
Yeah, sun's getting low right in our eyes, right?
Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt.
I like that by Collier. You stood there. If it hits me, it hits me. I'll take my base.
3-1. On deck, Risen and Marty Kirk. Here's the pitch. Late swing. Take the count full. So full count, 1 out. Bases empty. Powell County Lady Pirates up at the plate. Leading 8-0 over the Owsley County Lady Owls girls 56th District softball game. It's the pitch. Now that one back behind us.
Protection swing. Again, I like that because some of those pitches have been called strikes.
Count remains full. The foul ball back here behind us. Here's the pitch. Off the end of the bat.
Stayed alive.
Staying alive.
Keep battling.
Good plate appearance regardless of what happens here to Collier. Again, she's fought off a couple of pitches. Right down the middle.
And right back up the middle.
Yep.
Nice stop by the second baseman, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be a base hit by Collier. She's 2 for 2. Got 2 of the Pirates, 3 hits.
Yeah. From the 9 spot, no less.
Yes.
So, I mean, again, under the circumstances, nice plate appearance for her.
Now you got these kids up. Be the third time around now. This is where it could be a little bit more dangerous here for the Lady Pirates, I believe. Seen her twice. Her timing should be pretty good at this point.
The runner goes. Throw down to second.
Good aggression again.
Safe. Not a bad throw.
You got to be careful, though. Not come off that bag.
All things considered, it wasn't a bad throw that time by the catcher. Presley Gay. High pop fly. And to make the catch. Center fielder. Where are we at here? Who's our
Marty
center
Kirk.
fielder?
Oh, center fielder.
Carly Creech.
Yep.
For Owsley County. So the fly out to center field. Out number 2. Marty Kirk up the plate, runner at second. Here's the pitch. Grounder down to third. Long throw and safe at first. And they're not going to make the throw
Good.
down
That's
to
a
third.
good no throw.
Yep.
So base hit by Kirk. Just her speed got that one. And again, good job to advance by Collier to third base. That brings up Napier. And you would think you'd be going here with Kirk. Ella likes to take the first pitch anyway.
Here's the pitch. Going to be high, going to miss. And Kirk will get down to third, or down to second, excuse me.
You know, this game is close. You'd think, okay, just go ahead and put her on. It's kind of hitter Ella is.
Another shot, yep. Speed right down the middle. It's going to go all the way to the fence.
She may get
One
that
run will
little league
score.
home run here.
2 runs will score. And they're going to keep her at third. No, they're going to send her.
She'll go.
She's coming all the way in. And she'll get it. She'll get the home run. Nice job that time by Napier.
When I say I got a single and a 3-base error.
Well, I would agree with that. Well, I mean, home run as far as her coming all the way around.
Oh, yeah. The league home
it
run
was a
conversion.
single with an error.
But again, she scores the run. Yeah, that's the hardest hit ball of the night for the Lady Pirates.
Yeah.
And that one just no way to play it. Just a ground ball. The center fielder got to play that ball, keep it in front. Another shot.
Right down to third, yep. And nice job by Kylie Schick.
And I'm going to give her a base hit on that one. That's just
Yep,
a hard hit
agree.
ball off the knee. Schick at first now.
Maddie Kincaid coming up to the plate. Powell County leading 11-0.
Maddie's been on a couple of times with a couple of ground balls toward third. Again, for Curtis to run her in for Kylie Likely, I would think here.
Yeah.
15, they say, and that my lineup sheet's over there with you somewhere.
You can have that one.
I don't need that one now, but go ahead. Claire Fugit would be the Curtis runner. As
I had to take
Kincaid
this with
takes
me.
high.
I had to take ours with us just to have the numbers and everything.
Yeah.
They don't have all the numbers listed online. So Kincaid with the first pitch for a ball. Oh, swing and a miss for strike one. 1-1 now to Kincaid. 2 outs. Runner at first.
A lot of batters try to use that square to bunt technique to time the pitch. But you got to be quick enough to pull it back and get it back set. So
yeah, that's hard. It's hard.
It is not as easy as it looks.
No. Runner goes.
And hope she is okay.
Yeah. So Fugit will go down to second. And where we at? 2 balls and 1 strike now to Kincaid.
Got to pull that back just a little bit earlier, Maddie.
Here's the 2-1.
That was a little better.
A miss. 3-1. Presley Eplin on deck. $11-0. 8 runs scored in the second for the Lady Pirates. 3 runs here in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. Swing and
Uh-oh.
a miss, and going to come in. Nope. Yep. Will slide down. Nope. And she will. Yeah. Nice job by Clara Fugit.
Well, be E5. Just beat the throw home. Bring it to 12. That's what?
Yeah.
Yeah, 12 nothing.
Yeah.
Maddie now to full count.
12-0.
That time the catcher was no place to be able to feel the ball and make an out.
No.
She was actually behind the plate about 3 feet.
I'm not so sure that she was necessarily
Ready
paying
for it.
attention
Yeah,
in that
agreed.
regard as far as realizing that Fugit potentially was coming home.
Not likely you take 2 bases. It didn't get away from her that far. Now Kincaid will walk and she'll sprint to first. Won't go on to second. Good at bat by Maddie. Brings up Presley Eplin. Get her gear off. Teammates help her out. Now runner at first base. 2 outs. 4 in here for the Lady Pirates.
See, she got a single and a run scored. And then
I changed
had
hers to an error on that earlier, so.
on the her first plate appearance.
Yeah.
Throw down to second, close. It's going to get by.
Yeah, that's going to go all the way to the
Send her
fence.
all the way in. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure enough. And Kincaid will come all the way around. Stolen base attempt down to second.
Good throw, though. I mean, it was low. You got to kind of stop that one at the second base. Got a good arm behind the plate, but because she had a good arm, it got all the way to the fence when it got by the second baseman or shortstop and the outfielder. And their center fielder playing toward left center had a hard time getting back to back that one up.
Here's the pitch. Good job that time by Presley Eplin. Kind of thought about it, but then realized it was a little bit on the low side.
So 13-0 the score. Powell County trying. They get 2 more runs, Ken. This one's over. But nobody on. Bases are clear here.
2 out. There's the pitch. That's on the inside. 2-1. I would say something to my little friend over there who goes to school up at Bowen. I was about to say down in front. It's a strike. Three balls and 1 strike now to Presley Eplin. There's a shot right up the middle. And it's going to get by. It's going to keep going all the way to second, coming all the way to third. And the holder at third. So another error.
Single and a 2-base error again.
Yep. We'll end up at third.
But a really good hit that time by Eplin, though. That was just courtesy runner in. Not sure who it was.
10.
Number 10.
Augustana Maggard. Now at the plate, Kenley Covey, excuse me.
Covey's right.
And it's going to be caught. That's going to be 3 outs there. Pop up in the infield to the shortstop for out number 3. Lady Pirates will get 5 runs. They'll lead 13-0. We'll take another break here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Are you looking for top quality physical therapy services in Powell County? Discover Apex Network Physical Therapy. Apex provides personalized care in a welcoming and comforting atmosphere. Committed to delivering exceptional results, Apex ensures that your therapy sessions are both relaxing and effective. Call 606-717-1396 to make an appointment today. Apex Network Physical Therapy, 156 West College Avenue in Stanton.
Hearn Funeral Home has been family-owned since 1939 and is currently under the direction of Hondo Hearn. They have proudly served the families of Powell County and other surrounding counties for over 75 years, helping them to celebrate with compassionate care, dignity, and respect at an affordable price. Contact Hearn Funeral Home for all your pre-planning needs at 606-663-4375.
You're listening to PCSN.
Welcome back here to the Pirates Network on the PCSN side. Bringing you softball action tonight here at the Powell County High School softball field between Powell County and Owsley County. 13-0 is the score here after 3. Schick still on the mound or in the circle for the Lady Pirates. And it will be Gay, Thomas, and Marshall coming up for the Owls. There's 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Again, Powell County, a really aggressive base running tonight. They've had 7 hits now. It's 5 in that last inning. Did a much better job hitting the ball. Again, we always talk about this. Once you get the timing down, the hits become a little bit easier. And that time, the timing, they had it down a lot better. And some really solid hits there at the end of that order with Eplin and Kirk and Napier. Had some really nice hits. Schick hit the ball hard to third base and off her knee. Again, Collier had a good hit to lead off. We get things going there in the bottom of the third. So, good job all the way around for the Lady Pirates and a very aggressive base running, and it paid off for them there.
That's really been a big part of it as well, right?
Yeah.
Just the aggressive base running.
You got to understand, too, though, you can maybe run aggressively against maybe teams that don't play it as well.
There's a shot right back to Schick. Throw to first. Man, first pitch hit by Presley Gay. Didn't even have a chance to even bring her up to the line.
And I tell you what, hardest hit ball they've had so far, just a nice play by Kylie Schick. It was one hopper right back to her. Easy throw to Kincaid at first. One pitch, one out, and here we go.
Lily Thomas, third baseman, up at the plate. She was hit by a pitch, her first plate appearance. Then we had a couple of, 3 players even on the bags. Those were hit by a pitch or a walk. First pitch is a ball to Thomas with Presley Marshall, the shortstop, on deck. Here's the pitch. Inside. Nice shot by Eplin, though, to just keep that one in her glove, right?
I'm telling you, Eplin does a nice job behind that plate, man. I mean, ball's coming in there fast just to stop that one on the inside. It's just, well, they want them hockey masks on. They want to think they're like a hockey goalie back there, right?
Right, yeah.
She's on the plate almost. I mean, she stands tight.
2-0. Right back to the pitcher. And that'll be another 1-3 ground out for out number 2.
If you can play that position in the circle, again, Kylie does. Really, Kylie's kind of flighty sometimes. You know, if you just watch her personality, but man, I tell you what, all kinds of potential just to be a really awesome player here for the Pirates in the future. Again, only an 8th grader.
Presley Marshall, shortstop, up at the plate. Struck out her first time around. Here's the pitch.
Looks like they made an adjustment on their batters. They moved them a little bit closer to the plate. So we'll see how they fare there.
We'll say this, too. The middle school girls team, their JV and varsity teams at the middle school level, really doing a nice job as well. They've got a lot of young talent, elementary school level, if you will, that some promise for the future as well.
For a long time, I've always thought that, you know, we could almost handle the JV games here. Let's get strike 2 here. But we could almost handle the JV players being some of the younger ones, and they go down to the fresh middle school level or the elementary level, and that really gives us some more time with these kids to work with them coming out of the feeder programs that we have.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Let's see if it'll be another 1-2-3 inning here for Kylie Schick on the mound for the Lady Pirates, leading 13-0. Miss.
Just a little down. It's a good place to miss because they're not going to do much with that pitch, but it's also not a strike. So good eye by the batter.
2-2. Again, Presley Marshall, the shortstop, up the plate. Here's the pitch. Get the strikeout. Another 1-2-3 inning. Powell County leading 13-0. We'll take another break here on the Powell County Sports Network.
For generations, Whitaker Bank has been a name Kentuckians know and trust. We believe in steady guidance, strong relationships, and being there when our community needs us the most. From everyday banking to long-term financial goals, you can depend on Whitaker Bank to stand beside you today and for years to come. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Rogers Hardware and Building Supplies is working hard to serve you with great service, better prices, and top-of-the-line materials. Stop in and check out our new showroom, complete with everything you need to help you build your first home, renovate your current, or create the space you've always dreamed of. We'll help you find what you need to build from the ground up or to bring new life to an old space. Let our seasoned professionals help you find exactly what you're looking for at Rogers Hardware, where we have everything to build anything. Located at 176 East College Avenue in Stanton. And don't forget, you can text Rogers, that's ROGERS, to 606-663-2811 for up-to-date info, offers, and special deals.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
And welcome back here to the Powell County High School softball field. Dave Faulkner along with Ken Simon, Ethan Moore. Score, 13-0. Lady Pirates leading, need 2 to finish this one. Actually, I'm wrong. Yeah, 2 would finish it, get to 15.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
I believe that's right.
That is right.
Yeah. Anyway, how can you forget rules after I only been gone like 2 years?
Well, and it's been a year since
yeah.
not quite a year, I guess.
We don't think about it every day now. When you're in it, you kind of remember everything. When you're out of it, you kind of forget some things.
Well, it slowly starts to come back, right?
It don't take long. But
and then MLB starts coming up on Thursday.
Opening day for the Reds, anyway. I think maybe opening day maybe coming up here either tonight or tomorrow night. I'm not really sure.
I think it's tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
For Major League Baseball to start. Get ready to get that big MLB package so we can watch the Reds all season long.
Well, here's to not wishing them any luck.
Yeah, you're a Cardinals fan, I know. You're buying the MLB package for the Cardinals. I'll buy it for the Reds. Just $99 a year.
And go Boston as well. I'm a Red Sox fan in the American League.
I like the Red Sox.
We have a good time joking each other when it comes to our sports teams. There's their first pitch.
Kalia Cox. And Collier and Risen set the plate.
On deck, Samantha Collier and then Emma Risen in the 3 spot. Swing and a miss. 0-2 down to Kalia Cox. Struck out and then grounded out.
I was flinching. I flinched.
I kind of noticed that out of the corner of my eye a little bit. Was it because of Ethan?
I don't know.
Ethan, did you flinch?
He didn't move this time.
Flinch.
I don't know why.
Ethan's getting used to it at this point, isn't he?
Yeah.
1-2 now. Getting the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 4th. Pop fly. It's going to drop.
That'll be a base hit.
That will be a base hit.
Just couldn't get there. It was hit so softly. Playing a deep shortstop, just couldn't get to the ball. So base hit by Cox brings up Collier's had a good night at the plate. 2 for 2.
2 runs scored as well.
Yeah, only perfect. Batting for the night.
Be on the outside. The runner's going to go. And she's going to go all the way to third.
Going to try to go to third. And makes it.
And she does.
You know, the good thing is they're making it. The bad thing is if they play somebody a little bit stronger, you're probably out on some of those. So,
well, I like to pick up their speed a little bit more too.
Well, right? I mean, they got to learn. Again, this is a really young team.
Absolutely,
yes. Both these two
teams
are really young. So,
square around.
That's a great bunt. Great bunt.
Oh, and I thought she was going to go.
And no chance. That's a great bunt by Collier.
That was, yep.
That keeps her perfect.
It does,
3 for 3 night for Sammy Joe.
Out of the 9 spot, no less.
Yeah. I mean, you can't ask for a better bunt than that one. There is zero chance to play that one.
I actually thought Cox was going to run in, to be honest with you.
I think it's one of those places where you really almost can't.
It would have been dangerous, right?
Yeah,
that could
right
have been
in front
easy
of her,
pick up and, tag right there. And a rising
Collier's showing some good speed, too, getting down to second base. She got down there after the bunt as well. So, good speed here. Some of these girls got some speed. Just looks like they may need to work on sliding, like I know they've always had a little problem with.
Top of the order here, Emma Rising up at the plate.
She can end it right here with the base hit. Off her knee.
1-1.
Foul ball.
Marty Kirk on deck. Nobody out here. Bottom of the fourth, 13-0 is your score. The Powell County Lady Pirates with the lead. Scored 8 runs in the second, 5 runs in the third. Here's the pitch on the outside. Good eye.
And the lights have went off. Power fell. Well, the infield lights stayed on. Everything else has went off. It's only one breaker box. Somebody has kicked the second breaker box.
Either that or somebody unplugged it.
Well, it's going to be that too.
Or somebody didn't pay the electric bill, you know. The way the electric bill's been the last
good thing it is
months.
Light enough to play.
Yes, agreed.
You do have the only one bank of lights. Weird.
3-1. Here's the pitch. Oh, there's a good shot.
Forget it. That's a game.
And it will be 1 run. Rising's going to go all the way to third.
Yep.
And that's it. Nice job that time by Rising. She'll hit it over the head of the center fielder.
And that may go down as the hardest hit ball of the night. As the Lady Pirates wound up winning this one 15-0 in 4 and wound up being a no-hitter.
Yeah, you're exactly
for Kylie Schick. So we didn't want to say it before it was over with. So now it has concluded. No-hitter by Schick as the Pirates go to 3-1 on the season, 1-0 in district play.
Yeah, very nice. Good start to the season, especially pick up a key win here in district play as well. Again, you're into the 4th game here at this point, and you've already played a district opponent. And to be able to go 1-0 on the season in that situation, considering how young they are, off to a really good start here for the Lady Pirates.
Yeah, a really young team. You only have the 2 seniors, Kincaid and Brooklyn Sloan, and then only a couple juniors after that. And the rest of those kids are really a lot of sophomores. You got mostly freshmen and middle school players. So I really like the makeup of this group. I knew it last year when we were going into this season. This is a team that may be able to compete. I'll put them back in the top 8, probably in the region this year with Schick in the circle. And when you're at that position, you can beat some people and sneak up on them. And hopefully that's what these girls will wind up doing toward the end of the year. I mean, again, March is nice. Get the games in, practice. It all starts the end of April, beginning of May. So that's when the season really gets started for you.
You're exactly right. Well, we're going to go on and get out of here at this point. All right, we're going to try and shut everything down before they get the JV game
and before they turn the lights on
here, and before they do that as well. So again, your final score: the Powell County Lady Pirates 15, the Owsley County Lady Owls 0. For my broadcast partner, go ahead.
Make sure you're on. Stay tuned tomorrow night. We'll be on with baseball action.
I'm glad you
versus
said that.
Rowan County tomorrow night here at the Charles Childers Field. And that'll give us tomorrow. So they got the scoreboard working. Now we'll at the lights, and then we'll get out of here.
You're exactly right. All right, for my broadcast partner, David Faulkner, Ethan Moore, our videographer and technical support, Nevaeh Bridgeman back in the studio. This is Ken Simon saying thank you for listening to the Powell County Sports Network here on WSKV 104.9 FM.
Thank you for listening, watching, and supporting Powell County Pirate Athletics. We also encourage you to support the community sponsors that invest to bring the live coverage to you. Visit the Powell County Sports Network page at listenlikealocal.com to find the most up-to-date sports broadcast schedule and all the ways you can listen to the game. Thank you for listening to Powell County Pirate Sports on the Powell County Sports Network.